Obeisances all goes to Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances all goes to Srila Prabhupada.
Jai Ho, Glories Prabhupada, Hare Krishna, Jai Ho. Thank you. So come at 2:15. Thank you. Where? No, we're not doing any series of verses, are we?
Yes, Guru Maharaj, I don't remember any topic for today.
Yeah. Well, I've been doing Ramayan here where I am.
Yes, Guru Maharaj.
We can do another aspect of the Ramayan. Well, actually, today is Hanuman Jayanti.
Yes, Guru Maharaj.
Speak a little bit about Hanumanji. I spoke an hour class this morning on Hanuman. And I just finished an hour and a half class just now, so I just did about 3 hours of class so far. And it's only 1 o'clock. So there's another class. Okay. Well, we'll speak a little bit about Hanuman. Gyan Timidandasya. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya. Om Gyan Timidandasya Ginajana Salakaya Chaksun Nalitam Tasmai Shri. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Shrimakti Bhakti Vedanta Swami Tinamane. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pacharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Pastyatya Sakarane Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare 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 Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. So what I'll do, I have some verses that are in glorification of Sri Hanuman. So I'll read those verses, and then we can use that as the basis for our class today. So here's the inseparable devotee of Lord Ram, Hanuman, is an incarnation of Rudra amongst the 11 Rudras. So actually Hanuman, in one of his appearances, is an energy of Lord Shiva. And he is also known as one of the 11 Rudras. If you go to Kurukshetra, you'll find that there's a... Can you hear me? Okay.
Yes, Guru Maharaj.
Yes, Guru Maharaj.
Good. If you go to Kurukshetra, you'll find that there is a 5-headed Murti of Hanuman called Panchamukha Hanuman. And one of the heads is connected to Lord Shiva. So the actual story of Hanuman's appearance is quite interesting, at least in connection with Hanuman, is that Parvati and Shiva were together. And then they started to play. And then I think it was Parvati or Shiva, one of them said to the other, let's play as monkeys. So they became monkeys. And they were playing around. And during that time, Shiva gave Parvati a conception. Now she's pregnant. And she's thinking, oh my God, I'm going to give birth to a monkey. And She said, I already gave birth to an elephant. Now I have to give birth to a monkey. So she doesn't want to do it. So Shiva takes the conception from Parvati, and he's thinking who to give it to. So he asks his different demigods, and they refuse. Finally, he goes to Vayu and says, Vayu, you haven't never done anything for me, so I have this request. What's that? Well, this is his conception of my wife Parvati. It's going to be a monkey. So he's thinking what to do with it. So he doesn't really want it either. So he just takes it and says he's thinking about what to do. While he's thinking what to do, there is something else going on at the same time. Brihaspati is in the spiritual world. I'm sorry, he's in the heavenly planets. And Brihaspati is, he's there. And he tells one of his maidservants to go and fetch some water in a nearby river. It was actually Mandakini River. So in the meantime, he makes this, this is Vayu. Actually, Vayu takes the conception and places on a leaf near the Mandakini River, which was made out of metal. So it was preserved by Vayu. Brihaspati has a maidservant, and she was supposed to bring some flowers for the worship of his shalagram. So when she went, she saw on the banks of the river there were some Gandharvas having conjugal pastimes, and she became very attracted. And so she was infected by that attraction. And so when she got back to Brihaspati, suddenly this lady, his maidservant, starts jumping on Brihaspati, starts showering him with all kinds of affection. And he said, what are you doing? You're behaving like a monkey, therefore become a monkey. But she realized, oh my God, I'm so sorry. She said, oh, I've insulted you. But now you have made me into a monkey. So how will I begin to become normal? Brihaspati says, well, I've cursed you like this. I did not lose my temper when I did this. There must be some arrangement here. So he's thinking like that. And he says, well, now that you're a monkey, you can go to Kiskinda and marry
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj. Hare Krishna. Guru Maharaj, we are not able to hear Guru Maharaj. And your voice is cutting. Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj. Guru Maharaj, you are on mute. Yeah.
Where did I leave off?
Just 1 minute back, Guru Maharaj. Just you were talking about the pastime.
Yeah, I know, but what part of the pastime did I leave off on?
So Brihaspati asked the maid servant to go to Kiskinda.
Yeah, Kishkin.
Oh, okay. Okay, now she's in the form of a monkey now. Wait a minute, let me take a break here for a second. And to So now she, in the body of a monkey, she's known as Anjani. And she lived there for some time, having no children. She meets this monkey king, Keshari, and then they perform some austerities to please Indra and get
Hare Krishna.
Guru Maharaj, no sound coming.
Yes, Guru Maharaj. Yeah. I think internet is not stable, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
where did it jumped off again. Where did I leave off?
You were talking about Anjani, Guru Maharaj. Sridevi Mataji.
And Keshri.
Yeah. Hare Krishna.
Well, Hare Krishna, can you hear me?
Yes, Guru Maharaj. Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I'm in New Mayapur in France, out in the wilderness here. And
Yeah.
we've been having internet problems ever since I got here. So it's just a regular feature of being out here. It's just gonna keep jumping off. So just continue to give me a signal that you can still hear every once in a while. Just say something.
Yes, Guru Maharaj. Yeah.
Okay, now she gives birth to the son, who is Hanuman. Immediately he grows to 16 years old. She fulfills the she wants.
Guru Maharaj, we lost again. Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Guru Maharaj. Yeah, now it's okay.
You gave birth. Now how will you feed me? What will I eat? So she was looking around, and it was the sunset. So she said, any fruit which is red and ripe as the sun planet, you can eat it. And then she left, and he was very hungry. Then he thought, why as red as the sun and as ripe as the sun, why not eat the sun? So he jumped up and straight away went to the sun planet and jumped on the chariot of the sun god, Sridevi. Then extending his whole hand, he took the whole sun planet ball and put it in his mouth. It was an energy of Shiva. Just then he saw Rahu coming, who was saying, Rahu always goes to block the sun. Rahu, so then Anjaneya, which is how, oh, you are going to eat the sun. Well, I have already eaten the sun, and now I will eat you also. So he swallowed Rahu. Indradev, sitting in his place in the heavenly planets, discussing with his, starts to note there's a dimness in light. And Agni is with him, the fire god. He says to Agni, why is there no light? Agni says, well, looks like someone has taken the sun away. What? Says Indra, yes, you are wondering who was taken. Shabdi Vidi means that just by hearing the sound, you shoot your weapon. So Indra shot his weapon called Rudra, and at the same time he jumped on his elephant, Airavata. Hanuman looked this way and that, and he saw everything was dark, and then he saw a white elephant coming. And he thought, well, I'm going to eat that elephant also. Then he jumped on Airavata. And then Indra's weapon came and hit him right in the chin. Indra, when he saw this person, he thought, this must be some Vishnu avatar. So Indra went back. Now, Hanuman had the sun, Rahu, and this weapon that he got hit with. And then he went back to his place in King Kingdom. Then he sat down looking at this weapon. Should I bite it or chew it? At that time, everyone went to Lord Brahma and asked, what's happening? Rahu's gone, the sun's gone. Brahma said, don't worry, it's the potency of Shiva. This person is a great devotee of Lord Rama. Now, this is Hanuman. All of us have to go there and touch his feet and beg him. So all the demigods came, and they all came with folded hands to see Anjaneya. And Anjaneya is another name for Hanuman. Open your mouth, they said. He was upset because he got hit in the chin with Indra's weapon. And they said, well, he said, if I open my mouth, you'll break my other jaw. And Brahma said, I will give it any who can live as long as I live. And Agni came forward and said, fire will not burn you. Still, he was not satisfied. Indra came forward and said, you will become as famous as me. Still, he was not satisfied. Vayu said, you will become as fast as me. He smiled. And one by one, they offered benedictions. And Brahma said, I will use my mystic power. And then Hanuman said, well, why there's no fruit available? Vyaspati came to know about this and came forward and said, Anjaneya, I will give you all the fruits in the world, and I will give you the knowledge of Ayurveda by which you will know all the fruit and the plants and all the trees. Any plant, any medicinal herb, you will know it. Dhanvantari, the Vishnu expansion for the god of longevity, came and he said, I will be at your command. You put any medicine on anyone and they will come alive. So when he heard that, Hanuman opened his mouth and the sun god was there and the demigods were satisfied. And then Brahma called him Hanuman. Hanuman means one who has got some broken chin. He's also known as Vrajranga, which means the same thing. God. He is known as Anjaneya, the son of Anjana, and he's also known as Mahavira, great. These are some different names. This is the highest benediction you can give, and only the Eternal Lord will be able to recognize this necklace. This means you will be recognized by him, and he will be recognized by you as the one who recognized the necklace. And Ramachandra asked later when Hanuman appeared to him as a beggar, Chandra said, what kind of beggar are you? You have a wonderful necklace on your neck. So Hanuman immediately recognized, yes, this is my worshipful Lord, because no one could see that necklace except the Lord. And these are some of the early pastimes of Hanuman and how and then he was doing mischief with all these powers, harassing the different sages. The sages were becoming disturbed, so they cursed him that you will only know your powers when someone reminds you, otherwise you will forget. And so Hanuman was under that curse. Although he had all these powers given to him by different devas, he couldn't remember him unless someone reminded him.
Guru Maharaj, your voice is cutting again, Guru Maharaj.
That divides between these. Say again?
Your voice was cutting again. Now it's fine, Guru Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
Have
Guru Maharaj.
understood that Sita Devi, they have understood that Sita Devi is in Lanka, captured by the big powerful demon Rakshasa Ravana. And so a plan is made to bring Sita back, along with some of the leading monkeys and Jambavan. they decide someone has to jump across this ocean. These monkeys are not ordinary monkeys, they're actually demigods. Who've taken on a form of a monkey. So the demigod, they're all discussing how far they can jump, and no one can jump all the way and then jump back. But then Jambavan, who's a bear, now he's the oldest of all of the people on the planet. He's been there for thousands of years. He says to Hanuman, don't you remember you have that power? You can jump. So Hanuman is reminded, and now he's ready to make the jump.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
He bends at his knees with
Guru
his
Maharaj, we
arms
lost you
straight up.
for a minute. Guru Maharaj, we couldn't hear anything. Okay. Guru Maharaj, we lost you for a minute and we couldn't hear anything. You were talking about Hanuman jumping. Guru Maharaj, you are on mute, Guru Maharaj.
Now he's ready to make the jump.
Yeah.
And so he squats down, and with his arms raised in the air, he jumps. And all of the vegetables, herbs, plants, they all recede inside of the earth. But when Hanuman jumps, they all come flying out and go in different directions. Hanuman's, the thrust of his jump was like a cyclone. And now he's flying through the air. But on his way, one mountain called Mainaka comes out of the ocean. And the personification of the mountain, don't forget to empty that once in a while. Is it full yet? No. Says, my dear Hanuman, please come to my mountain. There are so many nice fruits and caves. You can relax and rest. And the breezes are very cool and pleasant. And there are many shrubberies and trees. It is an ideal place. Hanuman, he's thinking, I have a mission. I cannot stop. This is a very significant principle that we can learn from. What is that principle? That we have our service, but many times we'll find that we have opportunities for personal gratification, and they seem to appear sometimes at the same time when our service needs to be done. So sometimes Maya presents very nice presentations for the devotee to enjoy something. But the devotee thinks, what is the enjoyment? My enjoyment is my service. So they completely disregard all these allurements presented by material energy to divert their attention away from their devotional life. So Hanuman, being gracious and respectful, he touched the mountain and he honored the gift, but he continued on his mission. Time was important. Sita was in distress, and Ram was waiting. The monkey soldiers were under a timetable that if they didn't find Sita within a certain time, the Sugriva had decided to give up his life. So everything was there. So he kept his service unbroken, honored the gift, and continued on. He appreciated it, honored it, but kept fixed on his service. No false renunciation. So here, again, choosing what is best over what is good. Something may appear nice in our life, but it's not the best thing, although it may appear very attractive. The devotee thinks, my service is the most important. Everything else has its time, but service is most important. So the devotee feels fixed in their service, knowing that this will please the Supreme Lord. When we read, understand, and learn to apply Shastra, we will understand what is good and what is best. And then the mother of the Nagas, Surasa, appears. She's also a daughter of Daksha. She was requested by the demigods to test Hanuman. So she was given a blessing by Brahma that no one can pass by her without entering into her mouth. As Hanuman's coming, she opens her mouth. Hanuman sees, he expands himself to twice the size. She doubles her size and he continues to expand. Finally, she's expanded up to the root of the sky, and then Hanuman shrinks down to a little tiny monkey. He goes into her mouth, runs around, comes out and says, I have fulfilled the benediction of Brahma, I'm going. She's happy. She blesses him. Hanuman chose this way rather than to fight. He simply honored the blessings. His mission was more important.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Guru Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
Okay, so now Hanuman goes on, and as he's flying, he comes in contact with something unexpected. He can't move. He's paralyzed. Some mystic power has grabbed him. And there's a demon called Simika, and she grabs onto his shadow, wanting to devour him. It's interesting because this is very instructive. The shadow of the person looks like the person, but is not the person. The body that we have is not us, although we might identify, someone else will identify with our body as being ourselves, but it's not. So the shadow is like that. The shadow is not the person. But those who criticize and find fault with others are grabbing the shadow of the person. The real person is the soul, and therefore the soul has no bad qualities. It has only good qualities. So criticizing others, finding fault with others, is like holding on to the shadow of the person. Simic pulled, he went down into her insides and he ripped out her heart. Hanuman did this in a very routine way, not becoming disturbed by the situation. Sometimes people are envious of us for whatever reason. We should not be affected by that. And now Hanuman goes on to Lanka. He again meets another Mataji who gives him some trouble. And she says, and Hanuman shrinks down to the size of a little monkey. And he's walking around. This lady, she's and she says, "Oh, monkey, who are you? What are you doing?" Hanuman just hit her just to get her out of the way, not to hurt her. That was the idea. This Rakshasa was known as Lankini. And she said, "Oh, I was told by Lord Brahma that one time some person will come and defeat me. And when that happens, this will be the beginning of the downfall of Laka." So she says that, and then she says, "My dear monkey, may you be victorious. Go on with your mission." And Hanuman went on. So I'll stop here. So this is some of the few of the many wonderful pastimes of Hanuman. Today is Hanuman Jayanti. We can appreciate Hanuman because he is very dear to Ram. And devotees who worship Hanuman will always get the blessings of the Lord, get the mercy of Hanuman also.
Hare Krishna.
So
Yes.
Hanuman is a very
Thank you so much, Guru Maharaj. For such a very nice class, even though your internet connection is not very well, but you are trying to give us some nectar. Thank you so much.
it was better than yesterday.
Yeah.
And I do. I have no power over this place. All I can do is try to make it work.
Thank you so much, Guru Maharaj. Yeah, Sukavaha Mataji. Sukavaha, you want to ask any question?
Yes, Mataji. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to your lotus feet. Thank you so much for the class. Oh, we lost him again.
Yeah, what are you
Oh, no,
doing?
you're
You should be here in Mayapur with us.
I know, Guru Maharaj. It's just my work. I couldn't make it to Mayapur, but I'm coming to June retreat with you.
I hope so.
Of course, I booked it. I already booked it.
If you don't come, I'm going to come and take you out of work and bring you.
I think you need to do that, Guru Maharaj, once.
Yeah, I think you're a little bit of a workaholic.
Guru Maharaj, actually, I was listening to the class today, and Govinda Prabhu said that he couldn't find any reference in the Shastras regarding Hanuman ji's ansh of Shivji. So, what
Who said that?
huh? Govinda Prabhu.
Who's Govinda?
You know, the in manner the Prabhuji who sings really nice kirtan.
Well, I got this from Shastra. I mean, it's not like,
Exactly.
and it's actually known. I mean, I've heard Radhanath Swami speak the same thing. He's an energy of Shiva. That's
Yeah,
one.
we thought so. So we asked him that because he didn't mention it, and he said that I'm not too sure. I couldn't find any connection in the Shastras, but if you can find out, let me know. So I said, okay.
Yeah, it's mentioned. I can also send it to you.
Yes, Guru Maharaj, please.
Yeah.
Also, he said that we shouldn't use a word Hanuman Jayanti because Jayanti is some nakshatra when Lord appears on the world. So it should be only used for the Lord, not for anyone else. Because Hanumanji is servant of the Lord. We should not be using Jayanti word, Hanuman Jayanti.
Oh, you guys are so weird.
We all said Hanuman Jayanti today, and he said no. So we were like shocked.
If he was more interested in the pastime instead of fought with all these things, he would gain some knowledge.
Actually, yeah, that's true.
Sounds like he's got a problem with great souls.
Maybe.
Yeah, everyone knows he's an energy of Shiva. There's no doubt about that. All the way down the line. Just because he doesn't know it, because he can't see the sun, it doesn't mean the sun's not there.
That is so true, Guru Maharaj. That is so true.
Jayanti means, what does it mean? It means victory, right?
It means victory and the appearance day of any souls who are really great.
Yeah, so there you go.
Yeah.
So tell him to read his books and keep quiet. He's just causing problems, that's all.
Thank you, Guruman. Thank you so much. It was really nice to hear the class with you. Your class was so good. I like, it was breaking up and we said, oh no, don't want to break up in between.
Did you hear my class in the morning?
No, I couldn't hear your class in the morning, Guru Maharaj, because I
Oh.
was in the manner with the Aarti.
Oh, okay. That's the class that I gave the complete pastime plus others.
I will listen to it. Well, I'll go to online.
Yeah, it came out. I don't know, devotees seem to like it, so maybe it's all right.
We always love your class, Guru Maharaj.
I don't.
Even at work, I just keep my headphones on. I can't keep the video on, but I keep my headphones on and listen to you.
Okay. Anyway, if you want, I'll come and when I come to your house next week, I'll tell some more pastimes.
Oh, thank you. Definitely. Guru Maharaj, what time are you coming? Can you come early, please?
Well, the problem is there's a lunch somewhere else before it. So
but we can finish lunch early, can't you?
I got more things than I got days, so I have to squeeze things in everywhere. So the lunch can only be done on a weekend, so that's all. So that's that Saturday. So there's a lunch, and then after I come fully satisfied to your place, I'll just go to sleep.
But roughly what time your lunch will finish so that we can come and pick you up?
It's at 1:30 to lunch, but it's at Johnny Kina's parents' house.
Okay.
You can come also. Come on over. Take lunch with us.
I have to prepare prasad for the devotees coming in the evening, isn't it, Guru Maharaj?
Yeah, I'll be fasting in the evening after I get stuffed in the afternoon.
You won't have anything?
Well, unless you can give me some Hanuman Shakti, then I can eat something. But otherwise.
I will do that, definitely.
All right, I'm sure you have so far you just gave 2 bad questions. What else do you have?
Thank you, Guru Maharaj. Nothing more.
Okay. Thank you for relieving me of all of this.
Hare Krishna.
Okay. Srimati, keep it rolling here.
Yes, Guru Maharaj. Dear devotees, any more questions or comments?
Sridevi, ask one of your questions.
Sridevi, Mataji. Yes, Mataji, please.
Dear Guru Maharaj, accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to your divine lotus feet. All glories to Hanumanji. Guru Maharaj, this is such a wonderful pastime of Hanumanji and all his glorious mind-boggling feats that he performs to serve the Lord. In the pastime where the actual battle between Ram and Ravan begins and all the monkey warriors are being annihilated, Hanuman does incredible feats, and he even carries Ram and Lakshman on his shoulders. He expands so much that he has the Lord on his shoulders. So in all these pastimes, we can see that Ram is empowering Hanuman to do such glorious things, even more than him. So is this because he wants to glorify his devotee? Because Ram can easily perform any feat, but his purpose.
Yeah, Krishna does that too. Lord Chaitanya does that. all of the Supreme Personality of God, it always gives empowerment to his devotees to do wonderful things that he can do easily, but he wants to
Right.
glorify his devotees. Yeah, he wants to please his devotees. He wants to see his devotees becoming recognized as great servants.
Mhm.
Krishna did that. Mahaprabhu did that. That's a feature of the Lord's mercy. That's one of the main features of the Lord's mercy. He likes to empower others to do the work that he could easily do, just to give them credit. He did that with Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada had to go through some difficulty to spread his mission, but the Lord allowed those difficulties to happen in order for Prabhupada to show just how dedicated he was to the service and how qualified he was to to stay fixed in devotional service despite the difficulties. That was Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada went through a lot of difficulties. But now we see how glorious he is.
True. But then after a period of time, Guru Maharaj, then we find that people worship Hanuman as all in all. They have Hanuman Chalisa, they have Hanuman temples, they have Hanuman this and that. And, you know, I've seen temples where the murti of Hanuman is huge and big worship is done. And in the small corner, there is Sita, Ram, Lakshman, Hanuman. So I don't know how people forget that actually Hanuman is a devotee of the Supreme Lord Ram and they worship him as the Lord.
Well, it's okay because if you worship the great devotee of the Lord, you'll please the Lord more than you do if you worship the Lord.
Okay.
And Krishna says that also. One who says he's my devotee is not my devotee. The one he says he's a devotee of my devotee is actually my devotee. Yeah. So someone said to Prabhupada, I don't know much about Krishna, Prabhupada, but I really like serving you. I'm really attracted to you. Prabhupada said, that is Krishna consciousness.
Thank you, Guru Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
Okay, I have to go because they have a tight schedule. And I've been talking for the last 5 hours continuously, practically. So I need to, well, it's time for another program here and I have to move on to that. So today is the first day of our retreat and it's big. And so there's one program after another. So I'll see you all, I guess, tomorrow on our Sunday class, and we'll continue with some more Ram Katha.
Yes, Guru Maharaj. Sure.
Okay, thank you. My obeisances to everyone.
Thank you so much, Guru Maharaj. Thank you for your
Hare
time.
Krishna, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare Krishna. Thank you, everyone. Hare Krishna.